Howdy there, my chimp champs. Welcome back to One Great Manga War. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day today. And this one is my part 2 of my favorite manga covers. And without further ado, let's get started. If you're coming from the first time, howdy there. This is a part 2, but do not worry, there is no continuity between the two. This is literally me just rambling on about my favorite manga covers. But if you do enjoy this, go ahead and watch the other one, but you do not need to. Do not worry about it. So the next one on my bookshelf is Battle Royale, and Battle Royale was a very big surprise for me on how much I really loved the series. But yeah, the artwork is freaking gorgeous, and the covers are no slouch. So, the first one I want to show is Volume 2's cover right here. It shows the main character with the secondary main character, all holding guns, and they're like, I don't want to do this, you know, don't make me have to shoot. You're like, whoa, school shooter? You know, the background is a school. You're like, whoa, what's going on over here? You're like, what the heck? Are they allowing guns in school now? So you're like, okay, I have to check that one out. Yeah, fantastic cover. And then it just keeps getting better. So, another one of my favorites is this one right here. I just really love it. Shows the four main dude characters that are going on in this issue, in this volume, and I really love how they're like shows off their personalities really well. More stoic type, more cool, calm, collective type. This one's more like a happy, like, oh, I'm gonna save the world. And this one's like, I'm serious because I've been through a lot or whatever. So yeah, really like those covers. Now, I'm gonna try to show the next one, without having to show the other one. But for this one, let's see if I can cover it up like this. There you go, like that. I really like this cover a lot. The one on the left, this one, this is a little bit cumbersome, but I really like that one. I really like how it shows the main villain in all of his glory, and it's such a freaking fantastic cover because of it. So yeah, those are my favorite covers in Battle Royale. Man, isn't it crazy how much manga one mangaka is able to come out with in a decent time? We get 4 books a year, and for Bleach, we were able to get 74 volumes in 15 years? That's freaking crazy. That's 74 books in 15 years. That is insane and takes a monumental amount of work to do. And I gotta give major props to a lot of mangakas for that. I mean, for something like Harry Potter that took, how many books? 6 or 7? For 10 years? While, you know, other series like Shonen Jump series are coming out with books 4 times a year. It's freaking crazy. Make sure to send some love to your favorite mangaka. Man, I'm having a little bit of a predicament here. I'm grabbing way too many of Bleach volumes because, oh my word, Bleach's artwork is so freaking good, and their covers, although being very basic, do the job wonderfully. And in my opinion, the 3-in-1s do them even better than what the originals were. So, the first one is Grimmjow on issue number 22. I really love Grimmjow, especially this cover. He's got his hands like, prepare to die, you know? It's like, and then you got, I freaking love Grimmjow's design. I love his character. It's a shame what happened to him though. His like fight was a little bit, how it ended was a little whatever. But we're talking about covers today. But I love Grimmjow's design, and this is one of the reasons why I love it. I mean, the original, it's white, so he doesn't really pop off that well, but with the blue in the background on the 3-in-1s, it pops off tremendously, and I love it. Love the blue on this cover. And we go on the back, we have Ukiura, and that's another really fantastic cover right there. It really shows who he is. That's something that Tite Kubo is really good at, is just like showing the characters and poses, and gives their personality almost immediately just by looking at them. Love it. Next one we have are issues, the 3-in-1 of 25, 26, 27. Look at this! Oh man, I love Holly. I love Holly. I did it again. I love Hollow Ichigo, and this cover makes it so much cooler. You have the white of himself with the black background. And on the original, it was just pure white, so he really didn't pop off that well. But the black on this one really makes him just show off a lot more. Like, it shows his more, like, the Hollow is more of his darker side or whatever. That's so freaking cool. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, the next one we have, I wanted to do the back on this one, is another Grimjail cover. I really like his little Pantera character on this cover. And it's just super cool looking, especially for the cover. And then finally, we have volume 34, 35, and 36. I love this cover. While I thought, you know, the pure white on this one didn't really make it pop, on this one, the white freaking makes this one pop. Mainly because of the man's head. This dude's head has so many colors going on, I think white was the only one to go with. And it really makes him pop out. It really shows his, like, mad scientist character design. And the fight in this one is so freaking good. But man, I love this cover. On to the next one. Now, the next series we have is a little bit of a nostalgic trick for me. In case you didn't know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was my absolute first series I ever bought in manga form, besides, like, maybe one Zelda volume. And man, oh man, did I love Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was younger. I remember being stuck in the back of my family store, and I would watch Yu-Gi-Oh! On Hulu all day, every day. And man, did I freaking love it. And this cover is so freaking good. I love the cover. I love how in the original series they have a bunch of games, and this really shows off that aspect of it. You have the capsule miniatures game they were playing in the background with, like, Yugimoto and his Millennium Puzzle. Love this cover so much. And if you haven't read the first 6 volumes of Yu-Gi-Oh! They are very different from the card game stuff. A very refreshing pace if you've only seen the card game. So I highly recommend the first 6 volumes of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the 3-in-1 or the regular one. But anyway, the next one we have is the first part of the Duelist Kingdom arc. 7, 8, and 9. I love the cards. I love how he's like, let's go. And then Jesse Wheel is like, let's go. I know that's not his name in the manga, but dagnabbit, I grew up on the 4 Kids. But yeah, I love this cover. Great cover. And then we have Yugimoto again going up against Pegasus with his dark magic ritual with his Blackluster. No, it's not Blackluster Soldier. I don't remember. It's been so long. But man, it's like, honestly, I just love Kazuki Takahashi's artwork. It is gorgeous. It is amazing. And it's crazy how gorgeous this manga is. But yeah, our final one is in the middle of the Battle City Tournament arc, which is my favorite arc, maybe? I don't know. It's been a while. But Battle City arc, I remember it watching a lot, like over and over and over. But yeah, I love this one. You got Jesse Wheeler with his Red Eyes Black Dragon. I remembered it. Red Eyes Black Dragon and Dark Magician and the Karibo, and then his Scapegoat. Scapegoat. Man, such a great arc, and this volume has one of my favorite fights in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! With the Joey Wheeler fight with Esperoba. Great fight. Anyway, another one of my favorite covers. Now, this next series is a little bit of an odd one. So, next one we have is Initial D, and for some reason, Tokyo Pop put the cover of one of the manga panels on all the volumes, which is a little odd. They do have the original covers in here, so you're kind of getting like a 2-for-1 deal on the covers, so I'm not complaining. So the first one is issue 1, volume 1, my bad. And man, look at this. I love it. He's like very chill. He's like, yeah, I drive a tofu car. What's up? Really like the cover. I really love how he draws cars. Freaking fantastic. Initial D is a great series. You can read the whole series for free on Amazon Prime. do it if you haven't yet. Really fun series. But and we have volume 5 over here. This one's really cool. They're like sitting on the side of a pier, maybe? I think it's a pier. They're like standing on a pier, and they're like looking at the sea and have their car on the side. Man, another really great cover. Yeah, just really like it. Alright, we're in the final stretch. We only have 3 more series to go. So, this one is Beck Mongolian Chop Squad. And the first one I want to talk about is Volume 2. I love him just like strumming, and he's like intense, he's like, oh shoot, I don't want to mess up, and it's just really cool. Similar to Initial D, these are from the issue itself, from the volume itself, but they're all like this in Japan too for some reason. I don't know, but it's a really great cover. And then we have number 3 here. We have him strumming again, looking, you know, intensely at it. A little bit more confident though. You're like, yeah, he knows a little bit more better this time. I also like his t-shirt, and I really like Beck Mongolian Chop Squad. It's got a really cool little American aesthetic to it a lot of the times, and the covers really show that sometimes. Look at this one, Volume 5. He's like jumping in the air, like kick up in the air. Man, he's like giving us presents compared to the other 2 volumes where he was more like, oh shoot, I hope I don't mess up. He's a lot more confident in this one. I really like this cover. And then this one, Volume 9's like, he's more suave, confident though. He's like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. Aren't you impressed or whatever? Yeah, love this cover. Great cover. So yeah, there's Beck Mongolian Chop Squad. Alright, so for the final 2 series, we have 1 volume each. So, as much as I love Kage-sama Loves War, some of the covers are very, very basic. But they do give the idea of what the series is, and they don't really do too much out of that. But for some reason, I'm really not for sure why. But Volume 5, I really love Volume 5's cover. I like how Kage is all flustered up, where Shirogane is all like kind of trying to be kind of confident. He's like, all right, and he's like, oh, try to be confident, try not to look. But yeah, I just really love how close up the covers are on their faces. Really shows a lot of their emotion and how they're feeling on this specific moment. So yeah, I really like this cover. And then the final series I will be talking about for this one is Dragon Ball Super Volume number 5. Why Dragon Ball Super Volume 5? I just really like how it comes out of the volume, like it comes out of the picture. I love those gimmicks so much. It comes out of the picture, and they're like, ah, they're fighting. And I love this card too. Mai's got her pistol out. He's like, I'm ready to freaking shoot him if he comes at me. And then Trunks is like, save the planet, Goku. And Vegeta's like, I'm ready whenever. Yeah, it's a great cover. Zamasu's one of my favorite villains in all of Dragon Ball, period. So having this really epic cover of him kind of like, oh, I am Zamasu, and then he does a speech or whatever, like flying around. It really looks like he's flying around on the cover. While Goku kind of looks like he's jumping up at him to catch up to him. So yeah, those are my favorite covers of all of my manga collections so far.